Okay, so today you're going to learn about the Pythagorean Theorem, which is 7.3. If you take a look right here at our key ideas, you can see that we're talking about a right triangle, and we are going to describe what each side means in a right triangle. So if you take a look at our first one, we have leg A. So we have one leg that's represented by A, the other leg that is represented by B. It doesn't matter if you flip-flop them, if you have this one as B and this one as A, as long as you know that those are both legs. And what we mean by legs is that if you look right here, the legs are the two sides that form the right angle. So if you remember that whenever you see that little box right there, that means 90 degrees. So these two right here, these two sides of the triangle, they connect this right angle. The last side that we have of a triangle is our hypotenuse, which we represent by the letter C. When we say a hypotenuse, this is the side opposite of our right angle. So you can see our hypotenuse never touches our right angle, only our legs do. And then whenever we're talking about the Pythagorean theorem, we say in any right triangle, the sum of the squares of the legs is equal to the square of the length of the hypotenuse. So what this looks like, so that was in words, that's what it looks like as the equation. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. All right, so let's try a problem. So whenever you're looking at a right triangle, the very first step is WTF. And what we call that is write the formula. Okay, so we are trying to figure out what our hypotenuse C is. So our very first step is write the formula. So I'm going to write our formula. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And then our second step is we are going to substitute our a and our b. So I'm going to label 5 as a, and I'm going to label 12 as b, and then substitute those and replace the a and the b with 5 and 12. So my 5 is my a, my b is my 12, my c is my unknown. Second step, we are going to square the 5. We get 25, square the 12, we get 144, and that equals our c squared. Add these two together and you get 169 equals c squared. Excuse me. However, though, we are not finished yet. So remember, we have this little 2 right here. We know that the opposite operation of squared is taking the square root. Oops, I don't know why I put those little 2's there. Backtrack. You don't have to put the 2's like when you do with the cube root. So whenever you are just taking the square root, you just have to put the square root sign. You don't have to put the little 2 up there. That's only for cube root. Okay, so now you're taking the square root of both sides. So you're left with c on the right-hand side, 13 on the left, and we're dealing with meters. So we have 13 meters. So remember, taking the square root and squaring a number, those are opposite operations, just like how addition and subtraction are opposite, and just like how multiplication and division are opposite. So that's our final answer. So go ahead, try number 1 and 2 on your own. We will be checking those in class tomorrow. Okay, so now we're going to move on to number 2. So in example 2, you're going to find the missing length of the triangle. So if you can see here, we're looking at A. We're missing A. So I know that 2.1 is B because this 2.1 is connected to our right angle. I know that 2.9 is our hypotenuse because this is diagonal from our right angle. So we know the first step is write the formula, WTF. So So, whoopsies. I'm going to go back down here, and I'm going to do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I'm going to now substitute. My a we do not know, so I'm keeping my a. My b we know, it's 2.1, and my c we know, 2.9. Next step, I'm going to square 2.1, and I get 4.41. 2.9 squared is 8.41. And now I am going to solve an equation like I normally do. The opposite of addition is subtraction. Those cancel out. You're left with a squared equals 4. Now remember, to get rid of that little 2, we have to do the opposite, which is taking the square root. And you're left with a equals 2 centimeters. So a right here, your leg is 2 centimeters. All right, so let's scroll down. So now we have a real life application problem. So if you take a look at this problem, you are playing capture the flag. You are 50 yards north and 20 yards east of your team's base. How far are you from your team's base? So I'm going to draw first off. You might want to draw a compass. Never eat soggy waffles, so you know the directions of north, south, east, and west. So you are 50 yards north and 20 yards east of your team's base. So you are here, you're 50 yards north. This is your team's base, 50 yards north, 20 yards east of your team's base. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect it to make a triangle. I know that this part right here is going to be a right triangle. Since I know that, I know this is going to be, I'm just going to label this A and this B. Since this is diagonally across from my right angle, I know that will be C. So my first step is always to WTF, write my formula, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And then I'm going to plug in my A, which I say is 20. My B, which I say is 50. My C is my unknown. Square my 20, and I get 400. Square my 50, I get 2,500. Add them together, 2,900. And now the opposite of squaring a number is taking the square root. So the square root of 2,900 is not going to be even. So let me backtrack a little bit. Whoopsies. I don't know why it keeps doing that. So I'm going to put squiggly lines right here because it is about 53.85. Or if you round to the nearest whole, it's 54 about, or if you round to the nearest tenth, it's 53.9. So depending upon what your teacher likes you to round to, so here's 2 decimal places, 1 decimal place, nearest whole number, and then you just have to add your units behind it. Don't really have a lot of enough room for that, but that's okay. So then you just add the yards behind it. Okay, so try that on your own problems. The first thing I suggest is labeling A, B, and C. You know your C is always diagonal from your right angle. It never touches it. And then your A and the B are your legs. That is what connects your right angle. All right, try your best, and we will talk about this tomorrow.